We know Halloween is just around the corner, and experts are warning people about the creepiest, crawliest pests that could be lurking in our own backyards or perhaps our houses. Arrow Exterminators prepared a list of the top scariest pests so that people can identify one if they spot them in their home and get rid of them. Joining us now, Bobby Lane with Arrow Exterminators. Good to have you, Bobby.
Thank you, John. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, and let's start at the top of the list, and that is bats. This is something we do see in East Tennessee.
We do. We do have a small issue with bats. The best thing that we can do with bats is to make sure that we have our homes excluded from them as much as possible.
And that means what?
Making sure all entryways that they could get in are sealed up. You're going to find that they're going to be wanting to be around the attics, in the soffits around the edge of the house. So, you know, make sure that your gable ends are screened in good, where your outside exterior clad meets the roof line. Make sure those are sealed up well. How about chimneys
with bats? Do they come in through the chimney?
They can. They can. They're typically not going to come down, of course, into the dwelling itself. They could, of course. There's nothing to stop them if the damper's open on your fireplace. But typically, they're going to try to stay away from that kind of activity into a more secluded type area.
Let's move on to another pest, and that is the earwig. Explain what this is and why people don't like it.
The earwig, well, like a bat, it's nocturnal. You're not going to see them a lot during the day. You will occasionally see them during the day, but they're a pest that moves around at night, such as the bats. They're really harmless. They've got great pinchers on the end of the abdomen that they use for collecting prey and also for protection. They will burrow into the soil and overwinter in the soil, lay their eggs in the soil, and then
so they're pests, but they don't do a ton of damage.
No, as far as damage goes, no, just a nuisance.
All right, yeah. we saw some images of spiders as well. That's on the top three, of course, and they're tricky to get rid of.
They are, and one of the best ways to get rid of spiders or rid your home from spiders is to control the other insects that they're feeding on. So if you can eliminate the amount of pest activity that you have around your home, it's going to help eliminate some of the spider population. Around lighted areas, porches, garage doors, things where we leave our lights on at night, insects tend to gather around there. So if you'll notice, you tend to find a lot of spider webs and spiders lurking in that area.
And is it good to clear them off? Because that's what you see folks do most of the time.
It is. You know, insects and arachnids are just like we are. Food, water, and shelter is what they need. If we can eliminate those sources, then we'll eliminate a lot of the population with them.
Bobby Lane, Arrow Exterminators, we appreciate the advice.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for swinging by. Coming up, UT grad embarks on another